Today, we are going to peek behind the curtain at the incredible AI that powers Amazon Web Services. We're going on a tour of the exact tools that let apps see, speak, and even predict what's coming next, all without you needing a PhD in machine learning to use them. Okay, so let's just jump right in. How in the world does a machine actually learn to look at a photo and understand what's in it? Or listen to your voice and get what you're saying? Or forecast next quarter's sales? It's not some unknowable black box. It's actually a whole suite of powerful connected services, and we're about to see exactly how AWS makes all that a reality for businesses every single day. So here's our game plan. First, we'll get a feel for the core brain of the system. Then we'll dive into its senses, how it sees, and how it understands language. After that, we'll check out how it thinks for businesses before, tying it all together to see the big picture. So the first thing to get your head around is that these aren't just a random collection of tools. It's much better to think of them as a single, powerful, and interconnected system. Kind of like a central brain, with different parts that are specialized for different jobs. And the real power here is just how accessible it all is. AWS gives you this huge range of AI services that are already trained and totally ready to go. This means any company, from a tiny startup to a massive global enterprise, can plug some seriously sophisticated intelligence right into their apps. It's a massive shortcut to innovation. All right, let's start with the AI's eyes, its vision services. This is all about teaching machines how to interpret the visual world around us, turning all those raw pixels from photos and videos into information that's actually meaningful and useful. The main player for vision is a service called Amazon Rekognition. Think of it like a digital detective for all your visuals. It can scan a security camera feed and identify a face, or read a license plate, or even spot unsafe behavior on a construction site. And it does it all in pretty much real time. But Rekognition isn't some one-size-fits-all tool. No way. Its real power is in how you can customize it. You can actually train it on your own data to make it way smarter for what you need. For example, you could teach it to moderate user-generated content for inappropriate images, or to automatically find your company's logo every time it pops up in a video online. All right, next up in the Vision Suite is Amazon Textract, and this thing solves a massive headache for so many businesses: paperwork. It intelligently pulls text and structured data right out of scanned documents. Just imagine turning a mountain of paper invoices or patient forms into a perfectly structured, searchable database automatically. Well, that's exactly what Textract does. So the AI has its eyes. Now let's give it its ears and a voice. We're moving on to the services that are all about language and speech, which is, the very core of how we humans communicate. So here we've got two sides of the same coin when it comes to language. On one hand, you have Amazon Comprehend, which is all about pulling out the meaning. It can sift through thousands of customer reviews and tell you, hey, the overall feeling is positive, but people are complaining about shipping times. Then on the other side, Amazon Translate just smashes through language barriers, letting you instantly translate that same review from, say, Spanish to English. This is just a perfect pair of services that do the exact opposite of each other. Amazon Polly gives your app a voice. It takes written text and turns it into really natural-sounding speech. Think of having an article read aloud to you. And then Amazon Transcribe does the complete reverse. It listens to audio, like a customer service call, and turns it into an accurate written transcript. And Transcribe gets even more powerful when you tailor it to your needs. Like if you work in a really specialized field, say medicine or law, you can feed it a custom vocabulary full of all your jargon. This makes its accuracy just shoot way up, making sure it correctly transcribes complex terms instead of just, taking a wild guess. So where do all these language tools come together? Well, a lot of the time, it's in Amazon Lex. This is the brain behind the chatbots and voice assistants that we're all talking to these days. It uses natural language processing to figure out what you're asking, and then it can pull in services like Polly to actually speak the answer back to you. Okay, so our AI can see and it can communicate. Now let's explore how it helps businesses make way smarter decisions by finding key insights and even forecasting the future. This is a massive challenge for every single organization today. You're sitting on a mountain of data, everything from internal documents to customer feedback. So how does AI help you find that needle in the haystack and just filter out all the noise? First up is Amazon Forecast, which pretty much gives businesses a crystal ball that's built on their own data. By analyzing historical patterns, it can do things like predict how much inventory a store is going to need for the holidays, or forecast the demand for electricity on a super hot day. It helps companies make proactive decisions based on data, not just guesses. Next, we've got Amazon Kendra, which is basically your company's own super smart search engine. Now, instead of just matching keywords, Kendra uses machine learning to understand the actual context of your documents. So an employee can just ask a normal question like, how much paid time off do I get? And Kendra will find the precise answer from a dense HR document, not just give you a link to the whole file. And finally, there's Amazon Personalize. This is the engine behind all those tailored experiences we've come to expect online. It's the exact same tech that powers the product recommendations on Amazon.com. By looking at user behavior, it can suggest the most relevant products, or articles, or videos, creating a totally unique and engaging experience for every single user. So we've seen how the AI can see, how it can speak, and how it can predict. Now let's just pull it all together and look at the big picture so we can really understand how all these pieces form one single, powerful system. And this right here is the key takeaway. These aren't just separate tools. They're more like building blocks. Think about a customer support app. A customer uploads a photo of a broken product, and Rekognition instantly identifies what it is. Then they speak their issue, and Transcribe converts it to text. Comprehend analyzes that text for urgency. Kendra finds the right help article, and Polly reads the solution back to them. See? That's the power of this integrated system. Look, this whole ecosystem is vast. It can feel a little overwhelming, but like the saying goes, all gurus get there one lesson at a time. By understanding these basic building blocks, you are well on your way to understanding the future of intelligent applications. The real question isn't just what these services can do today, but what are you going to build with them tomorrow?